Oh my God, I got a notification. The Ham Radio Adventure Guy's live. But how's he doing that? He's probably in Kentucky in a park. Somebody's gonna spot him. What is up, Ham Radio? Kilo Echo 8 Papa Zoo November, the Ham Radio Adventure Guy. Thanks for stopping by. Your one stop for everything Adventure Radio. It is Sunday, time for a little bit of shenanigans. And shenanigans does not mean getting up at 7 o'clock. We'll touch on that shortly. But first, we'll start to pay attention to the Patreons because they're absolutely awesome people. And we will welcome our newest Patreon, Cameron, hence the new music on the stream tonight. Two in a week, guys. That's pretty good. Let's see if we can keep that up. I'd also really like to get 50 new subscribers by the end of this month. Just a couple of days, but I'd like to get 50 new subscribers. Also, big shout out to the YouTube members. You guys are absolutely awesome as well. And then we go to the board, the ever-changing adventure board. Josh reclaiming the top spot. Evo 4 Lame India. And Terry moving from 10th to 3rd. Awesome, guys. Awesome job, guys, and thank you very much for your support.
Old Gramps made a hop, skip, and a jump there with some bad knees, didn't he?
Do what?
I said Gramps made a hop, skip, and a jump on the Adventure Club board with some bad knees.
Didn't he?
Yeah. I tell you what. Hey, everybody, welcome. Hopefully you had a great weekend. It is Shenanigans. See who is all in the chat today. Larry, Georgia Parks and Propagation. My buddy Ron. Alpha Echo 4 X-Ray Oscar. Toby, good to see you. Let's see here. What's up? Duke, Alabama. Bang, bang. Good to see you in here, buddy. Josh, Kilo 4 Lima, India. What is going on? Mike 88KB. November 4th, Charlie Wingnut Bravo. Good to see you. Brent, always good to see you. Bravo Delta Whiskey. Kilo 8 Golf Hotel. Terry, Uncle Terry is in the chat. Good to see everybody. Hopefully you had a great weekend and the bands didn't suck as bad for you as they did for me. Period.
Period.
End of story. Yeah, you were up early this morning, man.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
According to the POTA spotting page, I was up at 7 a.m. out activating in Kentucky. I did really good considering I was asleep at 7 a.m. So I'm really sorry that any of you guys had to wake up at 7 a.m. because your ham alerts went off. But that's because somebody's a clown, I guess. And then while I was activating later in the day, they decided that I wasn't really in that park, and they decided to put me back in that same park because they keep trying to put me in Kentucky. So
Larry said he slept through the activation. I'm going to tell you what I did. No lie. My ham alerts went off, and I picked up the phone, and I looked. And I looked at what time it was, and I rolled back over. I ain't going to lie. was fun. That was fun. I look like a welder, do I?
Look like a welder.
Yeah. You and Gramps did some parks over the weekend, huh?
Absolutely. We did 4 yesterday, 3 new ones to Terry, and then we did that Atno park 1810 that a lot of people's been talking about. We did that yesterday. First time has anybody ever done that one. So no, we had a good time. We were out and about. The bands were absolute garbage yesterday, but we had a good time getting out and Terry getting to see some new parks and stuff like that. So we
Whiskey Zero Charlie Golf Charlie, in reference to me being a welder, said I've never been on construction, which is the truth. If you I'm a good DIYer, but that's about it. If you want me to build you a square, it's going to be a rhombus. So you don't want me to build you a shed or anything. Trust me.
well, I'm not a construction person myself, but I have had fun ever since that stream with PP, man. I have had fun trying to design stuff and print it on my printer and make it work. Normally it gets usable about version 3 or so. Matter of fact, I'm currently printing right now version 3 of my current project. Uh, so it's quite funny. So version 1 worked just fine, except for I didn't allow enough thickness where the screw was going through it, and it sort of, when you clamped it down really good, it sort of busted out, cracked the side a little bit. It held, it would still hold, but it cracked it. So I said, well, I'm just going to go and I'm just going to extend it 2 inches. Well, I'm not thinking very good because it's 1 o'clock in the morning when I'm doing this. So when I'm extending it, I said 2 inches. When I'm extending it 2 millimeters, I'm also making the hole bigger in every direction, 2 mil. So then it won't tighten down all the way for version 2.
So
Version
how much of a difference does 2 millimeters really make?
Well, the thing is, when you're doing 2 millimeters, it was extending. It's a circle, so extending here and here.
So 2 millimeters can make a difference both in depth and in wallowing it out.
Yeah,
I got you.
It was wallered out for sure.
I understand. And if that's not shenanigans, I don't know what Sunday's all about, guys. The bands have been craptastic. I know we talk about it about every stream, but they have been. I did an activation Saturday, and it was no fun. Just wasn't any fun.
I mean, me and Terry had fun. I think we averaged about 50 per activation, so that's not bad. The second park we went to, I went to a park that I'd never went to, and we sit up there because I normally go around the other side, but there was somebody sitting there waiting on somebody to get off work, and I'm like, let's just go try this place out. And it had some kind, I don't know if it was an electrical noise or if it's just a band being loud, but it was kind of a struggle on that one.
Yeah.
But then we went to the next park, which says it closes at 5 o'clock. And I've always avoided this park. I've done it before, but I always avoid it when I'm over there roving late because it says that park closes at 5 o'clock. But I'm thinking that's one of those things. There, now it showed up. I was wondering when Josh's wrench would show up. But anyway, I was over there and I was wondering. I was like, is it maybe like the park office that they're saying closes at 5 and not the park? Because here it is 5 o'clock and we get tore down by 5, but there's still hundreds of people because this is at a lake. There's still hundreds of people fishing out on the lake and all this stuff, and I don't see no people trying to run people off or nothing. There's no gate that shuts it or anything. So I'm sitting there thinking, all these times that I was over here doing these parks late, that I have got this park. And it kind of makes me wonder.
Yeah. Well, Bang Bang said the Alabama QSO party, he only heard 5 stations on 40 meters. That's how bad it was. for a QSO party.
Yeah. It definitely wasn't good. That's for sure. Now they worked fine when we get to 1810. 1810 is like a magical place.
Well, everybody wants to park. I mean,
You know, I
it's
think that's what it
basically
was. I think earlier in the day we only averaged like 50 because we was just at routine parks. But everybody needs 1810 in their
yeah.
log.
I mean,
So
it's like 1810 is like a perpetual Atno.
yeah,
Everybody needs it. That is true.
that when we did 1810, we had already ate some Mexican. When you go out with Terry, you're almost guaranteed to eat Mexican.
Suckalada?
No, we were back in Logan County. I actually took Terry to a Mexican restaurant he had never been to.
Whoa!
Yeah, I know.
Wow!
and, and he's looking at the waiter and he's like, "What kind of burrito do you have with all kinds of stuff on the top of it?"
Speaking of Mexican, Terry, you have a job coming up in a couple weeks in Huntsville. You, my friend Terry, your job is to find a Mexican restaurant that you think would be good because we need some Mexican. There you go. We'll go to lunch or something one day. That is your duty.
I'll tell you what, Huntsville's coming up quick, and I'm excited about that. That's for sure. Because it's. I don't even know Terry's language right now. Sigh.
Oh,
Sigh.
yeah. Speaking of Huntsville coming up quick, public service announcement on this Shenanigan Sundays. Kyle put a video out, Alfalfa Zero Zulu. Check out his channel. YouTubers meetup is going to be Friday at the Pavilion. They're going to get there probably early morning, 9, 10 o'clock. About 11 or so, they're going to start grilling out and cooking. 12 is lunch. The only thing they ask is to bring a side if you want and make a donation for the food. They'll have water, drinks, food, and everything else. Anything after food cost, Kyle said, will be donated to, and it's slipping off the top of my tongue who they're going to donate that to, but it's somebody in need. So it's good. Go check out Kyle's channel for that video. And I think also Jason 2.0 is going to be talking about it tonight too on his stream. Or tonight too on his stream. So Friday at the Pavilion, YouTubers hang out and lunch. And Kyle makes some really good cheeseburgers, by the way.
And Andy says from 8 a.m. And yep. Yes, that is the time.
Thank you, Andy. Anything left? Any monetary left over after the cost of food will be donated to Steve Goodgame. So always good they're helping out. So if you're in Huntsville early on Friday, come by the park, the main pavilion. Forget the name of the pavilion off the top of my head, but it's the main pavilion, the big one.
You won't be able to miss. You won't be able to miss it.
You won't be able to miss it. That's for sure.
If you miss it, there's something wrong. That's for sure. Because
I know I'll be there. James will be there. A whole bunch of other people will be there. So drop by, stay high, get some lunch, and hang out, make good friends, meet old friends. What it's all about.
That's right. And play whatever game I'm going to have for Huntsville, because we always know that I like to play games in Huntsville.
That's right. I figure I'm going to walk around with a camera, and I'm going to ask all of the popular YouTubers what color underwear they have on, and see if they'll show a peek. You know.
You know what? You should walk around asking every YouTuber that. You should ask them, say, if Kilo 8 Golf Quebec offered to buy your underwear you're wearing right now, would you sell them and what's the price? That should be your video.
There you go. There you go. Well, I guarantee you every one of them will say yes, because everything has a price.
Mm-hmm.
You know. I wonder if any tubers have branded underwear. That'd be a good question. Yeah. I know James does. I mean, he has the PZN branded, the H-Rag branded underwear. You know the Speedos you got?
Now the Speedos that I got is actually Steven's face. He's not in here to tell you about the modeling that he did for those. But
I appreciate everybody picking up my slack today in the chat. Andy Cowley told me it was Steve Good Game and KE4 Tango at Sierra John. It's the John Scoble Pavilion at the park. That is correct. I remember that from last year. And we had that pavilion rented out for the next ungodly amount of years, thanks to Vern 6. Yeah, we'll be there. I'll be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, leaving out Monday. So stop on by Friday, get some lunch, hang out, do some POTA. There'll be a radio or two set up there at the pavilion. Probably, if it's anything like last year, we'll have the hex beams set up and everything else. So come make some contacts, do a POTA activation while you're there.
yeah, Dan, you got the Miss Terry struggling, saying Alpha Echo 4 something. Chris, it was pretty great. I was rolling.
That is funny. Terry, yeah, I'm proud. I'm proud of the old man. He's really starting to understand my Minganese when he's out on activations by himself. Because most of the time, I'll just key the mic up and go, "Wit it up," and then he'll come right back to me, Whiskey Delta 4.
Now, Terry got to visit Mingo County yesterday.
Very nice.
Yeah, not only did he get to visit Mingo County, but he got to visit Eastern Kentucky.
Yes, Eastern Kentucky.
And you know, all you people from all over the places, across the country don't understand. All you guys make fun of people from West Virginia, okay? People from West Virginia make fun of people from Eastern Kentucky. If that tells you anything.
Speaking of Kentucky, question from the chat from Mike: should Kentucky now be considered West Virginia? West Virginia is expanding.
It might have to. I think it might have to. But it just really made me think about something. I technically now need to go activate all of the parks in Eastern West Virginia, since I've done all West Virginia.
That's true.
So now I need to do Eastern West Virginia and then finish up Western West Virginia. You know what? We could expand it. But before you know it, the whole country is going to be West Virginia.
That's true. I mean, you could have northern West Virginia right now because you've been up there doing some parks.
I may expand West Virginia really north.
Yeah,
I may get up to Canada and start saying you're 5'9" in northern West Virginia.
I hope you run CW up there and tell somebody you're 5'9" WV. I'll laugh so hard.
It would happen. It would.
I do it every time I go down to Florida to activate because I'm so used to it.
It doesn't matter where I'm at. I'll always at least do it one time.
Yeah.
And I refuse to send the other state that I'm in because I know the second I start sending the other state I'm in, it's going to wipe out everything. Especially right now, I'm really rusty with CW because I'm waiting on my new daggone adapters because most people have a monster in their dryer that eats their socks. I have a monster in the shack that eats parts that I need. I'm missing those adapters that I've got now. I've got a couple of them, and I'm missing my antenna analyzer. I'm like, where does this stuff go in here, man? And it's always in a pocket that I've already checked like 10 times in a bag.
The POTA goblins come and get it. That's for sure. Oh, that's right. You're waiting on the 1/4 inch to 3.5 millimeter adapter. Yep.
Because I can still do my cable, and I have done it a few times, but it gets annoying because I'll get 3 or 4 good calls in, and then I'll go Whiskey Delta, and then just nothing. I have to unplug it, and when I unplug it, you hear, and then when I plug it back in, you hear. Uh, I really don't know what it is. It has to be the cable because when I unplug it and push it back in, as long as I don't push it all the way back in. When I push it all the way back in, it messes up more.
So what you're saying is when you push it in, you can't let the tip bottom out in the hole.
Right. I can't bottom it out because it messes things up.
I got you. It turns your dits into DAWs, or
no, it turns it silent.
Oh, I got you.
I think it goes unconscious from pain or something.
Yeah. Oh, shenanigans. Eddie said Kentucky started their own program called Distilleries on the Air. Now that would be actually pretty cool.
What on the air? Distilleries?
Yeah, Distilleries on the Air. So you sit in the parking lot of a distillery, or you set up, on the grounds of a distillery. Like some of them down here, like Georgia Beer Company, has a nice little lawn area that you can sit in.
Do you know how much that would have been worked out for me when I lived in Kentucky?
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you what, after my cancer and stuff there for a little bit, I read electric meters, and I read most of the distilleries, and I could literally just pull in and do a distillery, read their meter, and go back out. That would have worked well for me.
Yeah. How much did you really pay attention to how much power a month they use? Because I'm kind of curious now.
I never really paid attention because I'll be honest, and that it would have cost me money too because I got paid by the meter.
Right.
So the faster I move, the better. That's why I love apartment buildings. Oh, George says Eddie, Jack Daniels isn't very far from Huntsville. Jack Daniels is really close to Bell Buckle, Tennessee, as a matter of fact, because I have been there.
I guess meter reading now is kind of, having physical people inspect your meter is kind of falling out of the times now that they got the electric meters that hooked into the cellular network or whatever that can report themselves, right?
Yeah, well, even when I was doing it, a lot of places were going to the electric meters where you could just drive by and scan them.
Yeah.
And
you still had to drive by though. You figure they can just do it all wirelessly now.
They may now. I don't know. You got to realize I've been cancer free for a while, and I ain't been in Kentucky I've been in Kentucky, but ain't lived in Kentucky in a while. I really, really wish that I would have did POTA when I was in Kentucky. That's for sure.
Yes, sir, Larry. Everybody lick the like button. Make sure you subscribe as well. Turn on the notification bell.
That's right. Subscribe. And you know what? Go tell all your ham radio buddies to subscribe because I don't know why, but something tells me that I need 53 more likes by the end of this month.
All the cool kids are doing it.
Terry says the gas man still drives by the meter.
My water man still drives by and takes an actual reading, and it worries me a little bit because this guy. Let me get on a rant about my water meter man right fast. This guy must have an impeccable memory. He must have a memory like James has, call signs in a pileup. Because what he does, he'll start over that way. He'll go pop the lid off the meter, get his little brush, knock the dirt off on it, and I guess remember the number. I don't see him type anything or write anything down. Put the lid back on. He'll walk across the street to the next one, pop the lid, brush it, look down, put the lid back on. He'll walk to the next house. He does like 5 houses.
He don't have a little device with him?
Nope. He does like 5 houses, and he goes back into his truck, and I see him open his laptop up, and then he puts in all those numbers.
Really?
Yeah. It's either impressive or scary. One of the two.
Yeah, because I'm going to tell you what. If somebody complains that they think their bill is really off, I don't know about water company or nothing, but I'm telling you with the electric company, if somebody really complains about it and they go do another reading and that person was way off on the reading, which is very easy to do because on the older electrical meters, those ticks were really close together, and one tick difference is a big difference. And if you get that off, before you can go back on your route, you have to retest, which means you have to get 500 meter readings in a row on this little daggone thing in the office without missing one. And if you miss one, it starts over.
Man.
And after about 370 of them, you just staring there because you're not going, getting your vehicle or walking. You're just staring at it. All runs together and you start missing them. And it's absolutely brutal to have to retest.
Larry hit it on the head. A freaking Rain Man of water meter reading. It's like that guy who does the YouTube video of construction work. Like who is this guy? Rain Man of water meters? All right, Dan.
Speaking, Brent says he's the PZN of water meters.
Yeah.
I actually worked. Let me see if I can remember the call. I feel like it was Alpha Echo 4 Papa Zulu November 100 me and Terry and Pody yesterday. I know it was a 4 Papa Zulu November. I do.
Nice.
It may have been Kilo Echo, but I know that for sure it was a Papa Zulu November.
Did you hit him with the Zulu?
No, but it was funny because Terry was running a mic and the guy said, "All right, I got you Kilo 8 Golf Quebec and I also got Kilo Echo 8 Papa Zulu November."
Love it. Did you ever find an upside down meter?
I went to houses and found no meters before.
Just piece of tinfoil in there.
Mm-hmm. But people try to do some really shady stuff. I'll tell you, they try to do some really shady stuff.
Got a crescent wrench shoved in there. Yeah, buddy. Put something.
There was one neighborhood on my route. It was this really rich community, and it's really nice. But you pretty much had to walk it all because there wasn't really no place to park on the side of the road, and there were always just real steep driveways down to the houses because they were down on the lake, but you had to walk down to them. And in the winter, that neighborhood sucked. Because Whiskey 4 PZN, that sounds right, Josh. Whiskey 4 PZN. But I can't tell you the number of times that I busted my butt in ice in that neighborhood. And I had spikes, not spikes, but these little spiky things that they supplied you to put on your shoes and stuff, or your boots and stuff. And it was just too steep. It wasn't having it.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that job. One, my memory is not that great.
See, I packed a little thing with me and I typed it in.
Well, I have number dyslexia.
Ooh, how do you log?
Well, logging's mainly letters, not numbers. See, letters don't.
Oh, yours is only number dyslexia.
Yeah, just number. And 2 numbers is fine. Like if Sierra 5-1 Delta X-ray 5-1 is fine. Like 2 numbers. But if you give me the codes that gets sometimes get text to you for like 2-factor authentication when you have to log in somewhere. Mm-hmm. That 5-digit code, if I try to read it and then put it in, I'll almost always transpose at least a couple of those numbers. So I really have to pay attention. But
see, Sherry's dyslexic too, and she's bad about that when putting call signs.
Yep. But no, like call signs are no problem to me whatsoever because they're mainly letters.
Big shout out to her though. She's really been hunting. Like in the last week, I have been surprised. She averages about 20 hunts a day now.
So I tried to get her to go out by herself the other morning and take all the radio gear and go activate, but she said you are already awake, and I said, darn it. Yeah, she's going to turn into one of the mad hunters.
She is. It's funny because I was in here working. I was editing a video or something, and she comes running here. Can I use the radio? I was like, yeah.
You should set up a little jar beside the radio with a top on the jar, a little slit on top of it, and every QSO she makes, she has to put in a quarter. Georgia Parks and Propagation did a review on the KO4 FSZ hiker antenna. Go check it out.
Hey, thank you very much for the super chat, Chris.
And his ears must have been burning. There is our friendly local astronaut. We were just talking about you, buddy. Put a plug in for your video telling everybody Friday YouTubers meet up at the at the main pavilion, and let them know about donations. Bring a side and let them know what's going to happen to any monetary donations that are left over after the cost of food. So plug your video. Let them know to check out Jason's 2.0. I think he's going to talk about it tonight as well. And be there, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you're around Huntsville, planning to go to Huntsville, make it a point to get to the park. Anytime that weekend, we'll be there, but especially Friday and Friday afternoon for lunch and hang out. Come say hey. And make sure.
If you do happen to go watch that review on the hiker, make sure when you go over there to buy one, you use the code ATRAG and save yourself a little bit of money.
Absolutely. And if you do CW and if Kyle happens to be activating from the pavilion, make sure you sit in the parking lot on your rig and blow him up. He loves it.
Dan.
Hey.
Let's me and you get there at the same time when Kyle's activating.
And send at the same time.
It's in at the same time. We'll both send like 50 words a minute.
Yeah. And we'll zero beat them.
Yes.
Yes, sir. That sounds like a good plan there. Yes. Yeah, I blew him up yesterday. I went out into the parking lot and I was nice though. I turned my rig down to the lowest it can go, which was 5 watts, which is still way too much for how close I was. But
no, you don't tell the truth. You turned your power down because you didn't want to go over his head.
That's true. I didn't want to lob my single.
Because I was told at Huntsville you had to turn your power down or you'd go over somebody's head.
I did, because if I was running 100 watts that close to him, my signal would just shoot right over the top of him, and he'd never hear me. Right. So I turned my rig down to make sure I got a good ground wave to the pavilion. You know, I didn't want a sky wave. I wanted a good ground wave to the pavilion. And as I was sending my call sign, I heard myself from the pavilion echoing off the trees. It was crazy. Yes, I will have KO4 FSZ business cards to give out as well. So come, I got stickers, and James has stickers. Kyle has stickers. We all have stickers. You want to add flair to your battery box, we can help you out. But yeah, looking forward to see all my friends who I haven't seen in a while and make a lot of new ones, that's for sure. Somebody asked me the other day about Dayton, and I'm hoping 2025 will be my Dayton year. So.
You know, I was told that next year you were coming to Dayton. I was told this by a very reliable elder.
Well, I was also told that PP Man was coming to Huntsville this year too.
Well, you know, first off, that's what you get for believing in QRP.
Right. Brent, are you coming to Huntsville, buddy? If you are, we have them. I'll make Kyle even give you an extra one because sometimes he's stingy with them. Just kidding.
See something here.
There will be a lot of familiar faces there. We're going to try to beat our record. I'm going to try to get this organized, by the way.
Dan is responsible for that organizational thing there.
We're going to try our best to get a very, very, very large POTA activation going. Like standby for the 23rd operator. And if you've never been to I forget how he told me they said it in Alabama. Monsanto. if you've never been to Monsanto State Park, most of the park, not all of it, but most of the park is also a soda summit. So you know.
Hey, fart sniffing zebra. Check your Discord messages, by the way.
Bang Bang says, "Don't put James by me. He throws the mic." What's a Yazoo mic?
I need somebody to bring a 23 mic splitter.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea, actually. I wonder what the impedance will do after if you split it that many times. I've always wanted to try 2 splitters and like 2 or 3 splitters and get 4 or 5 mics out of it, just to see if the audio quality goes to crap after a while. Because there has to be some point that you can't split them anymore.
I'm curious. I mean, I've ran as many as 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Terry's got. we ran a duel last night at 1810, and Terry was walking around the park with his mic. He got tied up around 3 poles while he's doing circles and everything.
We should make something with no delay. And Kyle, help me out here, man. Maybe this has been invented already because Kyle knows this kind of stuff. We need like the wireless in-ear monitors. Okay, I have a wireless set that runs on 2.4 gigahertz, so there's no audio delay. Well, when I say no audio delay, it's very little audio delay. You can't tell in your ear. It's not like Bluetooth because Bluetooth is really laggy. We need a 2.4 gigahertz or some kind of RF based wireless microphone for POTA activations. And maybe a centralized receiver set up, much like wireless in-ear monitors, where you could hook up, 5 or 10 of these packs to one centralized receiver, and each person on your activation can have their own microphone. And they could walk around with it up to, you can't, not like huge distance, maybe 100 feet, 150 feet away from the receiver will be fine. I think that's we might be onto something here. Yeah, the stuff we come up with on Shenanigans. Because I like the freedom with my in-ear monitors. I can get up and walk to the kitchen and I can still hear, what's going on the radio or on Discord chat if I'm in Discord chat or, what have you.
Does anybody use like any type of Bluetooth headset or something for doing POTA that does not have a bad delay?
No.
Everybody I've heard that does it has a bad delay.
Bluetooth inherently is going to have that delay just because Bluetooth is what Bluetooth does. I think only way to get away from it is go to like a true like an RF based system, like a 2.4 gigahertz, 900 megahertz kind of system. Some of them are UHF. But yeah. Yeah, Steven said I should ask somebody who has a sound company. I would ask that guy who has a sound company, but I'm not very good in conversational Morse code, and that guy doesn't own a microphone anymore.
Evidently, he don't own a watch either, since he's just now showing up.
So yeah, Steven, we need to make a. It would be cool if it was bidirectional too. That way, you could be 100 foot away from the radio and still hear the speaker and be able to transmit. That hey, I think that'd be a pretty cool idea. Keep me standing. How you doing there? Good to see you in the chat. Glad you're still on both feet there.
Hey, I think she got a new job. I seen a TikTok video today where a Amazon driver got fired for driving on the sidewalk. So I figured it was her. Yeah, I seen that video and I was like, I'll be darned. He ain't the only one.
Yeah, Sherry's becoming the little hunting monster here. I'll tell you what. We were talking about you earlier and how proficient you're getting at hunting. I don't know what y'all run there at the house, but man, it's loud. It's loud, and I know y'all can't hear worth the crap because of the noise
Well,
level, but it's loud.
I can tell you what we're running. It's going to be another pug for Chris. I run a Fox Sierra Zulu 40 through 10 here at Sherry's.
Yeah, it's great.
But it's the perfect bend that I have, and the mast is holding it up, and it's got that perfect bend. We pulled in here yesterday. I said, Terry, you like my pole bend?
You know, it's always struck me. See, I've always had really good luck with infits, and I know a lot of people don't for some reason. Get who I got in a conversation with. It was not too long ago about this dipole versus infid, or even an off center fed or something like that. A true dipole is always going to perform better than an infid, just by the nature of electrical design. That's just the way it is. I've never had a single problem out of an infid. I've always been heard on infids. They've always worked great for me. I guess a lot depends on it, like antenna placement and things like that, because I've heard people who I know use infids and I can barely hear them. So I don't know if it's a weird way they got it set up, or maybe it's something else is weird where they're set up. But
Chris said he beat last month's total today. Chris, if you check your Discord,
yeah.
you might could beat it a little bit more. Oh,
With a couple days to spare, man, that is awesome. Oh, I think I missed something. What are we leaving to me here? Yeah, you need to make a commercial to plug during live streams. Please stand by for a word from our sponsor. For only 27 cents a day, you too can sponsor an infant.
Well, here's the thing. Chris does not sponsor the show.
That's
We're
right.
saying the good things we say because we like his antennas, and like I said, Dan just said we sound really loud when we're here at the house, and that's what I've got up is Chris's antennas.
Yeah.
But I don't push something that I don't believe in to start with.
Like a lot of people talk smack about infids, but y'all know, and proof is in the pudding. The Eagle One is a great antenna.
Listen, I said this the other day. I've said it a couple times the other day. And here's where all the haters are going to come at me really fast. But I'm telling you right now, on 40 meters, I will put the Eagle One versus any antenna in the world and outdo you, because I've used a lot of antennas. Well, not a beam, Dan. Shut up.
No. I'm not even thinking of a beam. I'm thinking of I'll go out on a limb here and say my 40 meter true dipole.
We'll do it. I'll outdo you.
I don't know.
I've got a 40 meter true dipole.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it.
Okay, so you use. Okay, I mean, we can do this experiment here. You use the Eagle One. I'll use the dipole.
And you're going to use 1500 watts.
Wait, no, we're all going to. We'll both be on 100 watts.
Okay.
You use an ICOM, I'll use a Yaesu, and then we'll see what happens.
No. I said it's the best antenna. I didn't say it was magic. I know it might be a magic antenna, but it ain't a magic one. It can't turn that ICOM into a pile-up breaker.
That's right. Mine breaks pile-ups good. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I bet yours does.
Yeah.
And you run what? 10 watts on it?
Yeah. Hold on. Right now I'm at 15 watts.
15 watts is all it takes to break a pile up on that icon.
There you go.
Running through that big amp of yours.
Yeah, that would be a good video, a dipole versus an Eagle One. The problem is, you're gonna have to do it. Probably strung both of them up at the same time with an antenna switch, because the bands have been so shifty and so weird lately. You couldn't do a video and then the next day do a different video because it could be totally different band conditions. You know?
I can actually tell you I've done this test before.
Yeah.
I have done this test before at my house with my 40-meter dipole and my Eagle One hooked on the back of the Nissan and switched them back and forth.
Whoa. No, you can't use the Nissan because that's unfair. You got the rust advantage on that.
Hey, whatever it takes, buddy.
You have to give the dipole the same ability of rust. Yeah. Because like right now on my second port for my antenna tuner, if I switch to the other antenna, I got an NFIT versus.
Now I can tell you my 20-meter true dipole will outperform 20 meters on the Eagle One.
Hmm. Let's see. Fox Sierra Zulu says all of my hunting from home is with one of two NFEDs I have hung up in my yard. Yeah. Hey, just by chance, who makes your NFEDs there, Chris? Did you buy them on, like DX Engineering or something? He's gonna kill me. It's like, no, I make them. Dummy. Yeah, I've never had a problem with an NFED whatsoever. I love them. They're easy to deploy when you're in a park as well. Where a true dipole is a little bit more of a hassle. But what I really want to make is like a fan dipole. I think I'll look up some drawings on one of those and make one. Temu. No, he didn't get him off of Temu. Oh, that's hilarious.
How many people we got watching the stream, Dan?
Oh, I don't know. Let's see. My little counter on top says 28, but that might not be accurate. Let me load up the actual stream here. You don't want to hear that guy. 27.
27 people.
Yeah.
That's not horrible. How many likes we got?
We got 14 likes.
14 likes. I tell you what, if I can get 25 likes, I'll give away a hiker.
25 likes and we'll give away a hiker right here, right now.
So 25 likes and we'll give away a hiker. I cannot vouch for a hiker yet because I've not used one, but we'll talk about that after next week because I'll have used one by then.
I have yet to order mine. I've been slacking. I need to.
Well, you're gonna get your chance to win one here in a minute if I can get 25 likes.
That's right.
What are we up to now? Anything?
Looking. I accidentally closed the wrong window. We'll get there. Hold on. Because I'm smart. We're at 22 right now. 22.
22. 3 more likes. 3 more likes and we'll give away a hiker.
$23.
Terry trying to say there's 29.
28 people watching, 23 likes. Hopefully, every one of you 23 is also subscribed. We're at 24 right now.
One more like. Dan, you might as well go ahead and start pulling up your random word
All right.
generator.
I got it.
You already got it.
I'm on top of things today.
Already got it.
$25.
25 likes. All right. Since we're giving away a hiker, we're going to do. What word are we going to do? We're going to do. Since we're giving away a wire antenna, the word is vertical. Put the word up there, Dan. And Dan, wait, don't put it yet until Dan puts the word because it ain't going to take your thing.
Should I spell vertical correctly or just?
Hey, you put it up any way you want.
All right, hold on just 1 second, guys. I'm learning. Maybe. All right.
You're doing it too fast, Mike. All right, now do it.
Vertical.
Vertical, all capital letters. All capital letters, guys. We'll not take it. This is capital.
Right.
All capital letters, Stephen.
Actually, it might take it. I don't know. I got 3 in there so far. 5. Yeah, I don't think. Yep, I don't think caps matter. So just vertical in the chat.
It's supposed to, but okay.
9 entries so far, and still climbing. Giving away a hiker antenna from KO4FSZ.
Hiker antenna, and I myself will be using one next week to do a review on it myself. So we can use it together.
I just entered myself. You know what that means. 24 entries so far.
we straggle out with 25 likes and only 24 people going to try.
I know, right? $25 entry. That's not bad with what was it last time I looked? 28 people watching. All right, 26 entries right now. If you just tuned in, we're giving away a KO4 FSZ hiker antenna. Put vertical in the chat, and we'll do the drawing here in just a minute. 27 total right now.
I'm just laughing about something.
Anybody else going once for vertical in the chat for KO4 FSZ hiker?
All right, in 10, 9, 8,
go share.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, roll it.
Make sure I get that last one in there. All right, here we go. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. I saw my name. Oh, yep. Is that me? Me? Ready?
Kilo Oscar 4, November, lava. You just won yourself a vertical, buddy. Congratulations, Eddie. Chris,
winner.
There's your one address right there, bud.
Winner, chicken dinner. Congratulations, Eddie.
I'm actually giving away 2 more of those, but you're probably not in for the drawing. Sorry. I'm giving away one for the PZN people for the second quarter. I've got to figure out where I'm going to do the drawing because Twitter will not let us go live now, will it, Dan?
Not that I saw. It said you had to have like a premium account or something like that. So.
We could probably do a video of it and just drop it on Twitter, can't we?
Yeah, you probably do that. Yep.
And then we got the second quarter Adventure Club. So me and Dan will probably figure out how to do those as well right after this stream. Dan, what you got coming up?
Not a lot, man. Hopefully everybody has a great week coming up, and looking forward to Huntsville. if you're gonna go there, like I said earlier, Friday afternoon, we're gonna do burgers and dogs and probably some other stuff. So meet up at the main pavilion for the YouTubers hang out and come get some grub.
Roger, Roger. And for me, back to my normal schedule right now. Videos every day and pod every day. That's because that's what I do. Terry got a rock. I'm not sure what that means, but yeah. Eddie, you won a hiker. Congratulations! You get to cook all the brisket frontsville.
Good job, Eddie. Looking forward to it, buddy.
Oh. Is your name Damn? Now?
No. I don't have a site. But yeah, Mike, if you come on down with the camper, you can pull it in wherever it'll fit, buddy.
PP man, I got a dog couch in my cabin. You can cuddle with Terry in it. Anyway, all right, guys. Thank you very much for the super chats. Congratulations to Eddie on the antenna win, and Chris will put that in the mail after he puts mine in the mail, of course. And me and Dan's gonna figure out how to give away 2 more of them right here in a minute. So if you're in the if you were in the PZN challenge and made it through the second quarter, or if you were in the top 10 of the second quarter for Adventure Club, watch for a video on Twitter to come out sometime this week, because me and Dan might not figure it out now because I probably need to get out and activate. So, hey, thanks everybody for the support, and we'll catch you on the air. 73, everybody.
See you guys.